What's going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome into Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews, and of course, you know who I am. I am Mr. Fat Boy, and today we're going to finally be reviewing YSL Y Le Parfum Intense. Finally got my feelings in it. Finally got it in. We're going to get all up in it. But before we get started with that, obviously, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Thank you for tuning in, and if you are new, you know what to do. See that subscribe button? Hit it. You want a place of positivity? Check. You want a place of energy? Check. You want a place where you get content all the time? Check, checky, check, check, check. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe and the notifications because I put in a work video all the time. All right, baby, let's go. No more mess around. You know how we do it. No edits, no do-overs. All I need is one take. And one take and I get it right. Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews starts now. Alright, baby, we are back. We're about to get all up in this review of YSL Y Parfum. EDP Intense. Why EDP Intense? I have EDP. There's a Le Parfum. There's a Y Live. There's a Y Fresh. I think it's all of them. And I have a good bit of them. I just don't have all of them. The newest one, though, is the Le Parfum Intense. EDP Intense. There's a good look at the box. The notes on this bad boy go like this, and it's getting destroyed on Fragrantica. People are complaining about it. I'm gonna give you my full review on it, tell you what I think about it, if it's worth your time or not. And I'll let you know what my opinion is. I'm not the end all be all, but I'm giving you a consumer view, not a snobby YouTube review. So take it for what it's worth. All right. So in the open, we got ginger, bergamot, juniper berries, some floral notes in the middle with lavender, also vetiver, patchouli, and cedar at the end. So standard fragrance notes there. We're gonna also be smelling EDP besides this one because I want to kind of compare them. So let's go ahead and show out the bottle though. Classic Y look. It does have a darker kind of bluish kind of tint to it, whereas the YSL Y EDP, which mine is located right here, has more of a darker kind of finish to it. There it is right there. Okay, so I'm going to spray EDP on this hand and Y on this one, the Intense, and see what we get the difference is. Kind of subtle differences while we review this fragrance too at the same time. And we'll see which one's better. So there it is right there. It's going to put in the skin, put it in the air. I like the way it smells. It's definitely nothing really game-breaking here, but it's a nice fragrance, man. The Y line is a line that's very popular. People, a lot of people wear YSL Y. More than you think. It's very, very popular. I hear normal people who don't buy fragrances a lot. They'll say, hey, I got YSL Y. Have you ever tried that one? It comes up all the time. But in the air, it smells very nice. On the skin, when I compare it to the EDP is different, way different. I'm telling you right now, they are not close in the opening at all on my skin. They're two different fragrances. So when people say, oh, it's a redundant fragrance, let's get that out of the way right now. EDP is different than EDP Intense. I'm sorry, it is. So we can go ahead and put this back on the shelf. It is not a match. So we can go ahead and cross out that myth that it's a redundant fragrance. Let's go ahead and take it out of the picture now. Man. And I gotta say, the EDPs to me smells better still. It's my favorite one of the bunch. But I get the subtleness of this one. I think the vetiver is a little bit more earthy, and the patchouli is definitely earthier. And it gives almost this chocolate vibe off, a little bit I get. This fragrance is considered an aromatic, spicy, warm, earthy, kind of herbal fragrance. And I can see this being more herbal, more spicy. It definitely has that vibe. It's not as fresh and citrusy like the other white lines are. This is definitely a step in a different direction, no doubt. Is it something you people are gonna really like? We'll have to see how that goes. I keep going back to EDP. EDP smells so good. As this one is okay. It's not the best one of the bunch, but it's not as bad as people say it's up to be. Don't expect it to be a clone or a copy or just of the other ones. It's not. It's more earthy. It's got more patchouli. It's definitely more spicy. It's more of a nighttime fragrance. It's not so much a winter or a work office fragrance. This is more of a kind of a grown-up version of YSL Y, if you want to call it like that. Not as youthful as the other ones are too. But it definitely has a place in your collection. I feel like it's different enough that you can own it and not feel like you're being redundant. So that's a good thing. All right, so let's find out if it gets my full seal approval and we'll get out of here, baby. Performance, it's okay. I would say performance is probably 5 hours, maybe 4. And that's just on my skin. I don't mind respraying, but at the hefty price right now, it might not be something you like as much. Whereas the Parfum EDP was way better performing than the EDP Intense. Maybe it's the notes, the lack of ambroxan in there, the lack of something that gives them more of a punch and more longevity is missing in this fragrance. Also, the lavender and the floral notes do nothing for this fragrance at all. Alright, so first impressions in the air, it's an okay fragrance when I spray it. It's nothing that I just absolutely love. The way it smells when it comes out of the bottle, it's kind of a little weird, a little bit. But it is different from all the other YSL Ys. I keep coming back to that because that's the thing people have been saying. It's redundant, It's not redundant. Doesn't make it a great fragrance, but it's not redundant. Where this fragrance becomes redundant is during the dry down. You start to feel like it's more of a YSL Y, not EDP. YSL Y Live more than YSL EDP. There's a bunch of them. It's hard to keep them straight. So, but I can't give a half a check for performance. Even that's pushing it. First impressions, I'm not even going to check that box. Does the wifey like it? She didn't hate it. She didn't love it. I didn't get any compliments wearing this fragrance. And I wore it to work. It wore it strong to work and nothing. No reactions, no nothing. I don't feel like this is a big compliment getter, so I'm going to give about a half a check. Just somebody might like it. And I'm being generous with a half a check. And the last box, how much do I recommend this fragrance? I recommend that you sample it first. I don't think it's blind buy worthy, but I will say this, it's not redundant. If you don't own any of the other Ys, and you want to be different and try something different, a little more spicier, give it a try. But if you already own a lot of the Ys, the other ones don't smell like this, but the other ones are better. And you might be thinking you're getting that same kind of vibe, and you're not. It doesn't have the most pleasant opening. It doesn't perform as good as I wish it would. And it's kind of a jumbled mess. So, that's my review on it. I'm going to give it about a 60% approval, 55% approval. That definitely means sample before you buy. Alright, that's all the time I got. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay well, and if you smell good, baby, and you feel good, then it's going to be all good. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews is out.